Hello friends, this is Sabir Sheikh, faculty with the Lanka School of Information Technology. In this lecture, we will be discussing the architecture of 8051 microcontroller. So before we start with the components of 8051 microcontroller, let's just have a brief look about the major components of microcontroller. The first major component that microcontroller has is interrupt control. Then we have on-chip ROM, which is used to store code, and then next we have on-chip RAM, where any data of the program is stored. Next component is timer and counters. Then we have CPU, that is central processing unit, oscillator, input-output ports, serial port, and bus control. Let's discuss all these major components one by one. First, we'll discuss interrupt control. There are two external interrupts, that is INT0 and INT1, which are present in interrupt control. By using this interrupt control, we can give a mechanism to hold the ongoing operation and execute and interrupt service routines and then again resume another type of operation. These external interrupts are negative edged or low level triggered. Whenever an external device is connected with the microcontroller, these external devices uses these interrupts in case they want to access any other part of microcontroller 8051. When this interrupt is received by the microcontroller finishes its ongoing task and then responds to the interrupt which has been initiated by the external device. The next component is the memory. These memories are nothing but on-chip ROM and on-chip RAM. Microcontroller requires a program which is a collection of instructions. This program requires a memory on which this can be saved and read by the microcontroller. The memory which is used to store program is called as code memory or a program memory, which is nothing but called as ROM memory. Apart from having memory to store program, microcontroller also requires memory to store data. This data is basically stored in RAM memory. Microcontroller has 4 kilobytes of ROM and 128 bytes of RAM. This is for 8051. However, if we talk about 8052, it has a 256 bytes of RAM. The next component is timer and counter. 8051 microcontroller has two 16-bit timers and counter, namely T0 and T1. These counters are again divided into 8-bit registers. The timer are used for measurements of interval to determine the pulse width of each clock cycle. Next component is oscillator. Generally, we know that microcontroller is a device, therefore it requires a clock pulse for its operation. For this purpose, microcontroller 8051 has on-chip oscillator which works as a clock source for CPU, that is central processing unit of the microcontroller. The output pulses of oscillator are stable. Therefore, it enables synchronization of all the work that microcontroller 8051 is performing. The next is serial ports. Basically, these ports are used in case the microcontroller wants to communicate with any other serial devices or microcontroller. These ports internally have two registers that is called as SCON and PCON. SCON is nothing but serial control registers and PCON is a power control register. PCON basically manages the data transfer rate that the microcontroller wants to communicate or wants to send to another serial device or a microcontroller, whereas the communication is controlled by the SCON. All this communication is done by serial port only when the devices are connected to RxD pin and TxD pin of your microcontroller. RxD and TxD pins are basically receiver and transmitter pins which are there in the microcontroller. Next, we have input-output ports. Normally, microcontroller is used in embedded system to control the operation of machines in microcontroller. Therefore, to connect it to other machines, devices or peripherals, we require input-output interfacing ports in microcontroller interfaces. For this purpose, microcontroller 8051 has 4 input-output ports to connect to it other peripheral devices. These ports are namely P0, P1, P2 and P3. All these ports are 8-bit ports. So in all, there are 32 input-output pins in microcontrollers where we can connect 32 input-output devices. Apart from this, input-output port P0 and P2 are also address bus and data bus lines where they are multiplex and address and data are also sent through these ports P0 and P2. Next major component is CPU, that is the central processing unit. It is the heart of the microcontroller which looks after the entire operation of the 8051 microcontroller. All the direction and execution of command in microcontroller is controlled by central processing unit. Next component, which is very important component, is a bus control, which in the diagram when we see everything is get connected with the help of bus control. Bus control is nothing but a collection of wires which works as a communication channel or medium to transfer of data. All the components discussed here are connected to each other with the help of bus. There are two types of buses, address bus and data bus. Address bus is a 16-bit bus while data bus is an 8-bit bus. Hope you have understood the entire architecture of 8051 microcontroller. Thank you.